Well, in his book, Keefe said that right when they got back to Compton after the Vegas shooting, he said Compton's dirtiest, Sergeant Reynolds and his crew, came and raided our houses. And I guess they had all these crates of guns from Army surplus they'd gotten to the 92 riots. They basically, all these guns got cleared out. Do you know about this at all?
I wasn't directly involved in that. I was getting information back from my sergeant as I needed to know. But the contents of the raid, because I think we conducted raids on about 10 locations, if not more, of both sets. And they confiscated a lot of guns and stuff from different locations. So to say exactly what was confiscated, now Fred Reynolds was probably on the unit that went to Keefe D's mother's house, their house. So that's why he talks about Reynolds a lot. But Reynolds was part of the detail of some 50 cops that was involved in the raid.
Right. Keefe also says something else. He said he made a crucial mistake. He said he threw a big meeting for the neighborhood at a park in Cerritos. All the homies showed up. I did all the talking. The feds knew everything that I said to them because there were some informants among us. Should have never done that. That's they got the idea that I had a leadership role within the set, which caused the feds to start following me around everywhere I went.
That's something the feds were involved in.
Okay,
they don't tell us.
The feds were not working with Compton PD on this at all.
I don't know for that particular, as it related to those raids that we were doing in the Tupac shooting, because I wasn't directly over that. But I don't know. I don't think we were. I would have known.
Okay.
I would have known if we were working with the feds on that. No, I didn't know anything about that.
Well, there was a lot of connections that Suge had with police. So, for example, he had Reggie Wright Jr. working as head of his security, Right Way Security. But then on the other side of LA, there was David Mack and Rafael Perez, who were part of the crash unit, was it?
I think they were part of the crash. They were LAPD.
They're LAPD.
And I think they were part of the crash. I really don't know.
And they're rumored to be members of the Bloods themselves, and ultimately they end up going to prison over bank robbery charges and so forth.
Yeah, they were crooks, but they weren't Bloods that I know associated with any particular gang set.
Did you know them at all?
No, I didn't know them until all that started coming out about the bank. And then when the other one, Gaines, got shot, with the road rage thing with another LAPD, that's when I started knowing of them.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Okay. Well, Orlando Anderson actually got paid off by Suge. He got paid like $60,000 to try to testify on his behalf.
I heard about that.
And then once that happened, sort of like everything started to kind of die down a little bit because people felt like they got some money out of it and so forth. Did you see things start to die down after a little while?
A little, but I didn't attribute it to that because I wasn't aware of that agreement and them, Suge and them soliciting Anderson. Because if I would have been aware that was going down, I would have and had an obligation to notify the DA's office, that this was happening so they can expect Orlando to show up to be a hostile witness for the prosecution. Mm-hmm. I didn't hear about all that until kind of like that went down when Orlando showed up to testify.
Got it. And were you seeing Orlando in the neighborhood at all, or was he just laying low and not
He was
really
laying low because he knew that he was hot. Yeah. He knew that. He ain't no dummy. So he was. It wasn't like he did a whole lot of things other than the incident that got him killed.
Right, and we'll talk about that.